Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Thais?
Going well, and you?
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
so nice. We were wondering if you would come or not.
I haven't been very responsive, but yeah, I'm
You're
around.
there. Okay, nice.
Uh,
Yeah, what's up, Jason?
why is my
You
oh
can see yourself or
hello?
hello?
Hey, hey Nick, nice to meet you, man.
Hi, Jason. Nice to meet you.
Hey, it's Bass.
Bass. Okay.
Hey,
Out there together.
And
thanks, man.
Jono coming, or did he say he's not?
No,
No, Jono is not coming now.
he's on vacation, so next time he said he'll join. Well,
Oh,
hopefully, if he's free.
Yeah.
Sweet man.
So nice for the four of us. So pretty nice coming to the stream. You guys doing this. Really Blassas ENFP coming together, organized like an army. So yeah, I would just ask question and all that, just for fun. So it's not a serious stream, not like me with Shannon. It was very serious, but we get with you guys will not be that serious. So
Um,
so
are we live currently? I just want to send some people the link if we are.
yeah, so just on Twitch, like symbolic types, or on Facebook, I share my links, but not a lot of people go to the stream, but they watch after on YouTube. So that's that.
Ooh. Do you mind messaging me the link? I'm on your page, but it
I
doesn't.
guess
That's okay.
you're like the marketing agent. Everything. Okay.
Um, oh, thank you. I'm gonna get the boys in.
The boys.
The
We have
boys.
one viewer, yeah. So I don't know who it is, but
I love you. With my tight friends, we're alive. He messaged one more person. Link.
yeah, I guess we will start. So what you guys is relationship with school? Like what was school for you guys? Like growing up, doing homeworks and teachers being on your ass and all. So I guess I don't know. We start with the first one that can process this. So so I don't know. Bass maybe.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I liked school in a way. I enjoyed the subjects that I enjoyed, which were plenty. Um, I think I've always been interested in learning stuff. So I also, whenever a teacher was fun, I also liked it. But obviously, there were also the parts where I was less of a good student. Mostly when I didn't respect the teacher or when I thought the stuff we were learning was very boring or nonsensical. I also had a tendency to rebel a bit, so to not pay attention or to be a bit of an annoyance to the teacher. So I think for me it really depended on who the teacher was, one, and what we were learning, and depended on that I could either be a very good student or a bit of annoying one. So that's in short my experience.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, me too. I think it's just that if we're not interested, like, you just drop out and you just
Yeah,
don't pay attention, like.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, what about you, Jason?
I mean, school. I found it kind of hard because it's so hard for me to focus sometimes, or like the teacher would just be talking, and just none of it would get in my brain, or just be kind of like zoning out, or like in dreamland, just imagining stuff. Um, so yeah, I didn't really like it because just studying, Demon SI, I didn't like that. Homework, like it's fun. I had my friend group. It was fun. Like we have good vibes, good messing around. So it was nice at break time. And then some classes, if there's certain people like I would like mess around with more. It was fun, but like just getting a little bit of trouble, or like not get into trouble, but like just break the rules a bit in secret. Like we did Spanish and we were like upstairs of this building. And then me and this one guy, we were like, all right, let's have a little challenge. Like, who can throw as many dictionaries out the window every lesson? And literally every lesson, we just got so many. And with that downstairs, outside was where me and my friends used to eat. So there'd always be like Spanish dictionaries on the floor and stuff. It was like crazy.
That's actually relatable. Like we had an old school building, and for some reason there was a tiny hole in the wall where we had our school table where we always sat, and
Yeah.
like we were in this classroom for years. Like every week we had like 3 hours of class there, and for I think for 4 years straight, because we were like 14 years old, 15 years old, and this was funny. We just shoved like whatever we could find into the hole.
Yeah.
So eventually, we were like 4 years worth of like foods and like drinks and just random bits of
Oh
paper. Like,
man.
we shoved everything in there. I don't know why, but this was like funny when we were 15. So
That's funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 And also, we used to throw it. We used to throw our each other's stuff out the window. So we had like our books and stuff. So I would pick like a friend's book and we just throw it out the window during class, like these kind of things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's relatable what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get involved in that whole thing. Like if I was
Yeah.
there. Also, just being very mopey. Like a lot of people, if I didn't really know them, like I sat next to them, I just wouldn't say anything. I
Mm.
just if I had a certain vibe with people, I started speaking. And I guess I was a little bit IP-ish. Like I had a lot of like anxiety, or like thought I was like people didn't like me and stuff. So it was very like to myself, unless I
Yeah.
was. So that was kind of hard as well. Just like the anxiety and like struggling in school. I got diagnosed with ADHD I think last year, and I was like, oh, it makes sense why school is so hard. Because if I knew earlier, maybe I would have had more help. But
Who has the notification on?
yeah, I'm
It's
sorry.
crazy.
Oh, this fucking. Damn it! Is it ENFP Griff? He said, "Oh, nice. Heard my Discord message. Now I'm
Hey,
gonna
we have 5 viewers. Holy shit, your
really-
marketing works, Jason.
working."
Man, marketing.
What up? What up?
But what about you, Nick? With school, like,
I relate to everything that's been said. I was definitely like keen on entertaining myself um, with the atmosphere there, like just being in a box forced to sit down with a bunch of strangers in the same room every day is such a funny situation. So I really enjoyed like being the class clown sometimes, but then also I think I only did that when I felt I had the social, like if I knew enough people in the class and had already kind of felt it out as a place that I could get away with being funny. If I didn't know anyone, um, then I would rarely ever break that seal, and I would just be a quiet introvert and not engage with anyone. And then as far as like how the academics went, I like hated homework, of course, and just was allergic to that. Um, but I always felt like my superpower was that I could get away with um, never studying because
Yeah.
if I just paid attention in class, then I got all of the information I needed. And of course, there were some classes that I didn't want to pay attention in, but um, I kind of always was trying to come up with tricks to get out of doing busy work and just streamline the process of getting the grade so that I could focus on whatever was actually interesting in the situation. And yeah, so much like angst and pain came from having work pile up or like due dates looming, especially in college when things were project based. I would wait until the last day before something was
Yeah.
project, and then it always worked out. I would come up with some way to do it well in one day and get a good grade, and I usually credited my procrastination to that, like that I wasn't punished enough for it. But I think in truth, if you actually dissected it, I probably was punished enough by all of the angst and pain that I felt.
Yeah.
It just was like, you know, in my cognitive preference enough that I kept doing it that way.
No. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It could be a terrible feeling. I remember it as well. Just the sheer anxiety, the sheer feeling of doom of knowing you had to hand in something very big in 24 hours. Oh man, like those nights where I worked like still at 5 a.m. in the morning. Just yeah, no, it wasn't fun. So I agree. It was a punishment in of itself. Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
would,
happy I have a job now where I just work 9 to 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are all working, I think.
Yeah.
Nobody's in school except me. Okay, we're all the same age, I think, like almost the same.
How
It's
old are
pretty
you?
interesting.
Was that true?
Yeah, I think we're like all 25, 26, 28, I think, 27.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
20,
28.
Okay, 28.
Yeah,
And you,
similar.
Nick,
26.
26. Okay, I'm like you. I'm 26 too, and
Yeah, I'm 25. I'm the youngest.
25.
Also,
Isn't this the
Nice,
youngest?
I'm the
Okay.
oldest.
Oh, wow.
Funny.
That's the oldest. Okay. But yeah, what it's like working, like with your T and SI, like I'm still consuming and sleeping. I guess you guys are
Yeah.
in the
Well,
extrovert world, like
work is really great for me if I like the job.
yeah.
Because it's a way to spend the day where I feel like if I like it, I've been useful, which is better than my standard mode of spending a day. Like if I have a day off, it's very easy for me to just do nothing the whole day and then feel shit about it after like the end of the day. But at work, I'm just forced to do stuff. If I like it, I enjoy it a lot. But if I don't enjoy the job, which I guess is very general for every human being, it's terrible. Like I had a job before the current one, and I didn't agree with the job. It didn't fit me as a person, and that felt absolutely terrible. But now that I have a job that just works for me, it's great actually. Yeah, I often look forward to working,
Okay, nice.
which is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys like physical work? Like I feel like it grounds me in my SF sleep. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ever since I graduated from college in 2021, I've been doing physical jobs mostly.
Yeah.
And it has been like uh, really, really nice just to have this. I think the thing that I like most about it is I can go into a flow state, and cognitively, I'm not sure what's happening. I guess I don't know. Maybe one of you guys could conceptualize that within the personality type, but I definitely just like, for instance, in my current job, I'm cutting willow trees just to make sticks that are planted along rivers, and it's a lot of the same movements over and over again, and of course, in different contexts. So I really like, I guess, nailing down the SI, like the exact movement, really trying to make it more efficient. And maybe that's because it's a masculine um, thing for me that I feel so like into cementing it. But
Yeah.
um,
I mean, I relate a lot, like
Yeah.
masculine SI and FI, like being grounded in your body and wanting to solidify things in the present moment. Like,
Yeah.
I do see the flow state in that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, in
Yeah,
the
creating your own. I remember I did. I was a delivery driver for food, and in the beginning, like there's lots of random things you need to learn to do this well. Like, not hard things, but like random things that you just don't know how to do well if you've never done them. So in the beginning, it was a very painful job for me because like the first few weeks, I just didn't have the muscle memory or the brain sort of memory to working memory to do all these tasks without like constantly thinking, okay, now this, now that, now this. So it was a very conscious effort. But throughout the weeks, as it became more and more a routine, I actually started entering what felt like what you just described, Nick, where they were very repetitive motions and very repetitive behaviors in a way. So then it just felt like, in a way, it felt like a flow state, and also it felt like my own personal system. So maybe this is like the FISI side, where I felt like, yeah, very grounded and very relaxed in this sort of trustworthy way of doing things. And I would also feel like a bit of prideful or like proud of how efficient I would do it. So in a way I challenged myself to do it as fast and efficient as possible, which I really enjoyed doing because it was so real, you know. I mean, it's a physical job, so you see the progress, which I liked a lot.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, it depends. Like I've worked like a chicken factory, and it was okay, but like I guess the nature of the job is just it was a bit crazy. Like they just had like not enough workers and like too much chicken in and like not good health standards. So like there'd just be chicken, too many chickens that would come in with the pack in the boxes that would just start falling on the floor, and the manager'd be like, "Oh no, no, don't pick it up. Like we haven't got time." And then 30 minutes go by and you got like towers of just raw chicken on the
What?
floor. It's like,
Oh my god.
yeah, that job wasn't. I don't know. It was rewarding, but at the same time, it was a bit fucked. You felt like a little bit burnt out. But I wasn't sleeping enough, so maybe that played a role.
Oh yeah.
But my current job, I work at stock management for like an IT company. So like, if people need replacement laptops, mice, headsets, like they come to us, we swap out stock for them. I find that quite nice. Maybe I'm into tech as well, so it's like kind of it's like I'm Santa Claus. I'm like, here's a new laptop, here's a new headset, so that's kind of nice. So this job is my favorite job I've had so far. So I guess if you get the right sensory job, it can be like really good.
I mean, when I work at warehouse, that's where I also get into that flow state. What you guys described is like putting bucks into trucks. I really like that. Even it's like a low paying job. It was really fun.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the next question, you guys, what it's been like living like a mope in this world of extroversion of trying to do stuff in the real world and all that. Being a mopey head.
I don't know. I find it hard to go out, but like it's hard to find stuff that I want to go out for. Like I've got friends, but I don't see them that much, and like I don't really know what else I really am interested in going out for. So I just be indoors on my computer doing my thing.
Yeah.
In my mope world.
On the computer, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I feel a very strong tension inside my own system where on the one hand I really love being on my own in my own room, but I also feel a very strong need to be out in the world. And this is always like a battle for me where one side of me wants to do nothing the whole day and stay in this room, and the other side wants to just be active and experience shit. So for me it's a really a double thing. It's not like
Yeah, I agree with that. I always see that my strong preference for staying inside and doing nothing as kind of something I have to combat. So my approach has been to sign up for things like, for instance, agreeing to this video call. Like, shove it onto a future version of myself, then I feel like I'm doing my due diligence in terms of setting up the potential and the motivation to get out and engage and do things. And when the time actually comes around and I'm expected to be somewhere, it feels really crappy in the moment that I have to make it happen, like get go. But then once I'm actually moving, it's so rewarding and flushes my life full of these nutrients that really benefit me. And the social aspect of that motivation is reliable. Like if I sign up for something, it's because I'm telling someone I'm going to do it, and that is pretty reliable.
You're forced because of that. Like you have that social, like you have to do it, or there's social backlash or something like that.
Yeah. I still cancel plans, but I'm very careful about it. If I do, rather not.
And do you guys feel an ambition to be like, for me, a big factor as a like teenager and even now still was that I felt very mopey in a way. Like I felt anxious and just introverted and in living in my own world. But I had the ambition. Like I saw other people around me be very social and extrovert. So I always saw this as an ambition. I also want to become like that. I want to be able to do that as well. So for many years, I worked on like getting out of this mope state and being more open and social. Do you guys also feel this, or?
Oh yeah, for me too. Yeah, it's like I mean, yeah, just growing up being very introverted and seeing that people can be very extroverted, like really motivate me to be okay. Like I have to compete with them in some sense. Like so I really try to force myself to be more in the world and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also how you just get shit done, right? In the real world. I mean, you need to go out. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you
you're
want to get a
forced.
girlfriend, you can't just stay inside the whole day. So
Yeah.
at some point, you will have to go out. For
Yeah,
example.
super relatable to me. Like when I
Yeah.
first college, I searched on Instagram the name of my college and then followed on Instagram every single person who had that in their bio.
Oh wow.
Um,
Mm.
and this intentional way of like forcing myself to engage with a bunch of people. And then when I got there, so many people stopped me and said, "Hey, are you Nick? Did you follow me on Instagram?" And it was really exhausting, and like hated my previous self for doing it. But it ended up like
Wow.
compelling me to be way more social. And
Yeah.
That's good.
A nice
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny strategy.
Like forcing other people to talk to you in a way,
Yeah.
like indirectly. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
What about you, Jason? Like, did you did something like that? Like, message everybody at your school? Or?
Nah. I usually just, I don't know. If I happen to somehow get in a conversation or speak to people and get a vibe, like we're cool, like just build friends like that, or just build friends through friends. That's kind of how I've always done it. I've just mainly got my friends from school, and I made a few friends like through OPS recently too. So they're my two kind of main friend groups.
Yeah, you did just make a huge group chat for everyone who's a social too.
That is true. Yeah. Little
Oh yeah. Okay.
experiment and see how that goes. Yeah.
So, I guess did you guys conceptualize yourself as being funny, or like, did you guys were really funny, or like how that kind of funny part of yourself came around? Let's say during the years. Yeah.
I feel weird saying it, but I do feel like I kind of was like the funny person in my friend group. But I feel like we all were funny. Like I wouldn't say my friends are funny, but like that just kind of got me through school and just I don't know. I just just that like wacky funny one, I guess. And like other people like notice that trait about me.
Yeah. Yeah, at work, I am one of the funny people. I would say, like, if you have to choose between like black or white or 1 or 0, I would be more funny than not funny, relatively speaking. Like, yeah, obviously there's also other funny colleagues, but on average, I crack more jokes than the average person, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, you keep score, nice.
And people laugh. I'm not just doing it on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe my humor isn't everyone's taste, but I'm kind of always making attempts. And I remember passing a sheet of paper around during grade school where it had my name on it, and everybody else was passing their papers around, and people would write the adjective that came to mind for that person. And most of the people wrote funny on my paper. So not to toot my own.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me, I wasn't considered funny, but people close to me know that I was funny, so it was kind of a weird mix. Like people in the real world, like being like surprised that I'm in fact funny, like when I'm around my friends, something like that. So I don't know if you guys had this disconnect sometimes, like being very funny and also like being just mopey guys, like how that clash with people in your life or different friend groups or like yeah.
Mm.
Well, I've had that where like I'm hanging with friends and maybe I just move out for ages and I just randomly say a banger that just makes everyone laugh. I'll be like that sometimes, or like when I was younger more.
Okay,
Were you guys ever like that as well?
Yes.
for sure, yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm very mopey around friends. I think for me the mopiness is more that like I spend a whole day inside, but then once I go outside, I'm actually very social. Like it all comes out, you know.
Yeah.
So, but when I also at work, I'm usually talking at work with my colleagues. So for me, it's more the mopiness comes out at home for me.
Okay.
I'll say for myself with that, like I used to be a lot mopier with my friends in the past, but I had a certain job. I was in like a small team every day, and it kind of pushed me to like build a rapport with the same people, build connections, and I kind of learned the value of like doing play, like asking the tribe questions, like pinging back and forth. And then now, like when I'm in my friend group, like I've got a natural urge to mope, but my mind's always telling me like, "Yo, be extroverted, ask a question, say this." So it's kind of like I've kind of built extroversion within my friend group. I guess with people in general, it's kind of been growing. Yeah.
Where do you guys go to be extroverted? Like a concert or like I don't know, like some kind of sports or something like that, activities.
I don't know.
I have a Dungeons and Dragons group that is meeting now.
Oh, nice.
And that feels like a good outlet. And otherwise, it's a question of whether I am invited to something by someone else. Usually, it's not that I am going out and seeking it, but if someone
Yeah.
tells me something is going on, then maybe I make the radical decision to tell them that I'm going.
The radical decision that I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, pretty funny.
I actually I went out a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
So every weekend I would go to bars and clubs, and I still go.
Amsterdam.
No, actually not. No, I mean I go there sometimes, maybe like 3 times a year, but
yeah.
usually it was Rotterdam where I went, and I still go, like not every weekend, but sometimes, yeah. And apart from that, just hobbies, like I volunteer as well for an organization which involves a lot of talking actually, and work, dancing, like I dance salsa, so
Oh yeah.
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 Boss, what is it like for you to go to a bar? Like, what do you do at a bar?
Well, usually I go with a friend or more friends, so then I at least have one person to talk to. But my general goal is always to talk to strangers. It doesn't always happen because it's still scary. I don't know why. Like I've done it so many times, but it's still scary. But when it does happen, I really enjoy it usually. So my goal is to talk to strangers. But yeah, depending on how I feel, it happens or doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's part of my like I would say ambition to become more social, which is still within me. Like I feel like I want to be a person who can talk to anybody anywhere. You know, that's
Yeah.
just what I want to be. Like I don't want to be held back by my anxieties anymore. So
It's great.
also, it's just really cool. You know, like to just be able to talk to everyone. It's a really nice thing to be able to do. But also not just people who seem cool or nice or whatever. Also just like really random people. Like let's say you go get some groceries, then just talk to the clerk, you know, or if you're in a cafe, talk to the waiter, or if you're on the street, talk to the stranger. Like just really random people. Like not just the hot girl in the bar, but also just all the other people, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, not having barriers to act in the world, like you can do things alone, but also just talk to people, all the, all kind of people, from all places and all. So yeah, it's true that me too. I try to force myself to do that. So just going to concert and doing sports, really practicing talking to random people. I think.
Yeah. It's almost a mission for me, like a societal mission, because I feel like our society has become so anxious and lonely in a way that I feel like it's almost my job to help to help fix this by just talking to as many people as possible, because I think it's really sad that, I mean, if I hear the stories from before, you know, my mother, she met one of her boyfriends in the train, for example. Now everyone's on their phones in the train, you know, like these random encounters, they don't happen anymore. And I think it's really sad because we're social animals after all. So yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But having your like kind of life mission, well, not your life mission, but like I'm gonna make a difference by speaking to people. I like that. Yeah, no, that's nice.
I guess that's very NF, like Savior NF. I feel like it's kind of DE in a way. It's like everybody be on the, like, I don't know, everybody have to strive towards better values, let's say, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's creating a like a human system in a way, right? Like you're ending the F. So
And
yeah,
you taking responsibility for
yeah,
society's progress.
yeah,
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, you guys have. I want to know more about you guys' background, like where are you from, like worldview, let's say, like ideas that have been affecting your minds, like I don't know, like not like right wing or left wing, but all those kind of ideas, like circling around. So
Yeah. Let's make a political debate. Let's go.
yeah, political. No, but just like worldviews or like your background or something like that. So I don't know. What about you, Jason?
Oh man, not me first. Yeah, I'm in England. I don't know. I always found in like school, like you're at a job interview, like tell us about yourself. I find it so hard. I'm into OP, obviously. Um, religious blue, I can't speak. I'm spiritual. I believe in God. I don't know. Hobbies are like OP, business. Um, I don't know. I'm like kind of a creative person. Like eventually, I'd maybe want to get into like filmmaking, maybe do a little bit of acting. Just like artsy stuff. Like I really like art kind of stuff. I don't really be doing it. Um, I don't know. I like hanging out with my friends. I don't do it too often. Yeah, I don't know. That might be it for my DI on myself.
That's good.
But it seems like the question is also like, what SI categories have defined your life, like the context that you were born into, and how has that shaped you?
Well, I grew up like just with my mom. Like my dad was really around, so I guess that was kind of hard. I guess I felt like, don't know, it'd be nice to have him around, but that was like a big kind of pain, I guess. I wasn't too overbearing pain, but it was just like a thing I had. I guess yeah, I just kind of struggled to make friends. I had friends, but like just struggle. Being always been a struggle to like make kind of more. Well, at least when I was younger, like it's easier now. I don't know. At my current stage in life, like I want to get into business. I want to make a lot of money and like make a good difference in the world, just financially and whatever that allows me to do. But I also just kind of feel a bit. It's like observer stuck. Like I don't really know what to do or like focus on, and it's hard to like deal with that overwhelm of like getting through that or like starting something. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, not sure.
Capitalist worldview to make a lot of money. So your worldview is actually capitalist, or?
Say again, sorry?
So your worldview is capitalist if you want to make just a lot of money and share with your friends, or?
But not for myself. Like I'd want to like help people in need or like
Yeah.
feed hungry people. But I wouldn't want to just feed them. I'd want to like help them build systems for them to like sustain, like make their own food and like give them education.
How to catch fish instead of just giving fish, let's say.
Yeah, so that's saying like give them
dirty capitalist, yeah. No.
yeah. I don't know. I just want to make a difference in my life, like a big difference. So I don't want to be just stuck in my hometown, or I don't want to be living my whole life like doing a job and like hanging out with friends. I know that's for some people, but like I don't know, a life with purpose for me, like that's what makes me feel most alive. So that's what I'm just sticking to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Like more like background culture, I guess. Like worldview, I think it's really hard. Like, don't know.
Okay, I'll try. I'm from Florida, America's penis. It's in the south of Florida, and it's or south of America. It's a very generally conservative place that feels kind of like where you could reliably apply American stereotypes. It's like people who are really proud of having guns, and consumerism is has kind of designed the land there, because everything sprouted out of Disney World. After they paved the swamps, they built a giant amusement park, and then society built around that in Florida. So it's kind of like being born in the in a like a kingdom of consumerism. I mean, literally, Magic Kingdom. That's where my parents met, working at Disney.
Wow.
Yeah, and they.
So it was a fairy tale.
Yeah, they have like a small video production company, and they made commercials for Disney World. So I grew up very submerged in that, but also kind of in suburbs, like rows and rows of houses that look the same. All the context was gas stations, suburbs, strip malls, pavement everywhere. And I think between that and Disney World, which is so plastic and constructed and commercial, uh, I grew up with this feeling that I was in a fake place, and that life would start once I went to a real place. Um, and so I tried to do that when I went to college. Went up to the northeast of America, and studied industrial design, and then started to feel like disillusioned about what it means to design things for industry and pump out products into the world, like more of that kind of consumerist thing that I was chewing on. So then I went out to the west of America, to California, and worked on a farm and just did like a work exchange thing. So through all of that, like my life experiences since then have been processing this like convergence of values and life context and purpose. Other categories and worldview stuff is that I grew up with parents who were sort of like slowly dropping their Catholicism. Both of my parents come from like Italian Catholic, Italian American Catholic families. And by the time I was born, they were starting to kind of like slowly let go of that. So we went to church for a little bit before they said like, oh, I don't think we really need this. We'll just try to be good people without a religious framework. And that's the context I grew up in, kind of like a agnostic apathy towards religion. And then I grew up with the internet, so I was reading Reddit and felt very passionately atheist as a child. And then since then have kind of explored some different spiritual perspectives and found a lot of interest in, of course, like Eastern spirituality added a nice counterpoint to what I was being told, or what I knew. What else? I guess that's enough. That's probably a decent amount of context.
Yeah, that's a good summary of your background, I think. Yeah. So are you ready to share your background, Bas, or?
What's the question exactly?
What's your background and worldview? I know it's complicated, but
yeah, it's a big question.
Yeah. I guess maybe I can do me like I don't know, like me from Canada, the province that is French. So I got a lot of that Anglo worldview, but also a lot of those French values. So kind of a mix a little bit. And yeah, I don't know, like my father is like a professor in philosophy, so like he teach me a lot of things about philosophy and all that. But at the same time, I was born in the atheist, let's say, family, so not believe in God and all that kind of stuff. And later on, I got more interest in finding out more those kind of questions, I guess, like more like in spirituality and all that. Because before I didn't have that kind of worldview, let's say, more like materialistic Canadian worldview, like very well left wing, I would say, like also kind of bridging the gap between the left wing and right wing over time, knowing more politics, growing up and all that. But yeah, I guess that's more my overall worldview, let's say. But so now I'm not really an atheist. I still ask questions and all that, but I'm still more on the side of spirituality and God, let's say, than I was before, like not knowing that at all. Yeah, kind of a basic worldview, let's say. But so, do you have something to say about that, Bass, or
Yeah, but it's a very long story.
really long study? Okay,
Yeah, I don't know what to start, man.
but I think it updates. Like we updates a lot with our consumer, I guess. Like my worldview has changed a
Yeah,
lot over the years.
yeah,
So
but that's also
like,
why I have a hard time because you're asking me to tell
yeah,
my
yeah,
worldview, but I don't
narrow
know if
down.
it's actually real. But I don't know what's real, you know.
Yeah, true.
Like
Yeah,
maybe it's just all bullshit I'm telling myself.
yeah,
So
true.
I'm always in doubt about this shit. Like I don't know what to believe anymore sometimes.
A lot of rationalization.
Yeah, all these stories you
Yeah,
tell each other, like, oh, I'm from this side of the world, and therefore I'm like this. Like, how do you know? You know, like, how do you know that's actually true?
yeah, yeah.
So I'll try. Like, I guess, well, one defining factor was that I'm uh, like half Dutch, half German. So I grew up with two different cultures at home.
Yeah.
Um, then I would say another defining thing is that my mother has a originally like a working class background. She studied, but she was like the first one to study.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that shaped her life a lot, but also me in a way, because the way she is socialized is still a bit more like the working class is socialized, and then that obviously also socialized me. So and also plus her Germanness. So in a way that always made me feel a bit different. Like yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, in terms of spirituality, my mother is quite spiritual. She grew up Christian, but in a more of a liberal way. And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and my father, I think he grew up more atheist. Um, and myself, when I was a child, I just followed my mother. But I think around late teens, I started doubting stuff more. And nowadays, I'm not really sure anymore what I believe. And it's actually a bit of a struggle for me, like where I'm not sure
Mhm.
exactly what to believe in. I would love to have like a spiritual belief of it all makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't really have that at the moment, unfortunately. Like at the moment, I'm not saying I will never have it. In a way, I hope I will have it again, but I just don't have it really right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. I just asked this question because I think it's interesting to know where the person came from, like at the beginning,
Mhm.
like you don't decide your parents or your culture, let's say.
Yeah.
And after with times you kind of updates and find your
Matthias,
worldview.
if you're into philosophy, do you know Heidegger?
Yeah, yeah, I know him. Yeah, yeah.
It just makes me think of the facticity idea,
Practicity.
that uh, you come into the world with a set context, just like you're describing, that
Yeah,
ends up
yeah, 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 yeah.
designing your
Yeah, true. I
perspective.
I think he's a INFP sleep class Heidegger.
Hmm.
So I think he has our function. I think it's really like his language really map out very well. I think to our functions.
Yeah, seems
But
like
yeah, I think that's also a struggle. Like the worldview, like will kind of match our type. Like our type will have some kind of let's say some paths and worldview will attract our type. So like I guess don't fight it, but be aware of it. Like
I guess if I have to give you my worldview, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the closest thing to a worldview that I have is that I see humanity as a sort of an organism.
yeah,
Uh, I think in a way the book Dune resonated with me in this sense, where Dune's approach to humanity not like in its extreme. Like I wouldn't say I'm a I'm a pro dictator person, but like in a way it resonated with me because what they obviously try to do in Dune is they try to influence humanity throughout the ages, and they really see humanity as a self-sustaining organism, right? That goes directions. So and this is something I really relate to in my worldview, where I do feel like sometimes there's just too many coincidences. Sometimes, right? Like sometimes I get like ideas that come up in myself, and then I feel like, oh, I've got an original idea, and then suddenly I notice like lots of people around me have the same original idea, you know. So in a way, I notice like us humans were steered by forces that we don't really see in a way,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's my worldview. So, which again is also a bit of a what's the word? It's tough sometimes to have this worldview because sometimes I wonder what influence do I actually have as an individual on the world.
Mm.
You know, like because even the greatest leaders in our history, they were only able to be such a great leader because of the context, right? Like if like well, great itself is subjective, of course, but let's just pick like random people from our history. Like we all see Julius Caesar as an amazing person, right? Like he's a very special person in our Western conscious. Um, but I mean, he could be such a person because of the Roman political context of his time, right? And the same for politicians of our time. Like what you can and can't do just depends on the context. And like in the Netherlands, we had a prime minister, and he got this question once, what power do you actually have? And he said, yeah, power as prime minister is usually really overestimated. In the end, it's really in the margins. And even me as a prime minister, I can steer society maybe 1%, but that's it.
Yeah.
Because in the end, I'm still stuck with my political party, with my country, with what the population wants, with what's possible, you know. So in the end, if you want to know my worldview, I guess that's it. Like that we live in the system basically, which is
Yeah.
very any. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a nice way to put it. Yeah.
Mhm.
We are kind of victims to force that we don't understand, like that, or
Yeah,
unconscious, let's say, or it depends a lot on context and your. Yeah, you don't decide at all what will happen. Let's say.
but it's also what many religions preach, right? Because in the end, many
Yeah.
religions are about surrendering in a way to
Yeah. Yeah.
the. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of religions have that concept where you just let go
Yeah. Let go. Yeah.
and just surrender to the like reality in a way, or like what's around you. So
The process of life, like I
yeah,
think I
yeah,
think even in Dune they said something similar in
yeah.
Dune. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's tough.
that
Yeah.
makes me think of the Bhagavad Gita. Um, how the central idea is that Arjuna is this warrior who is born to be a warrior. Like that's always what his role was going to be in society. He had no choice in the matter. It's his karma, and he is involved in this war where he has to kill people who he grew up loving. Like it's kind of a civil war, and he doesn't want to do it, and he talks to God, this incarnation of God, and God's like, well, sorry dude, this is just what you have to do, this is your karma, this is life.
Mm.
um, so it gets at that dilemma of being a conscious individual within this greater organism that is really deciding a lot of things for you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe you have this impulse to have an individual uh, take to it or approach to it that's separate from everything else that's designing your actions, but
Yeah.
there is a spiritual argument for like accepting your karma or your context or
Mhm.
inertia maybe, and going with that flow. It's like it's both though, because you can also have the experience of being an individual and deciding things and opposing people and
Yeah.
making change. So it's nice to have access to both of those perspectives and be
Mhm.
able to go
Yeah.
back and forth. I feel like as paradoxical as that is, it can keep you sane.
Yeah. Sanity and the paradox. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, I guess maybe go back more a little bit to OPS. Like what type twins do you relate the most? Like in the data, like I don't know if you guys have the kind of type twins in mind, lah, but where, yeah, who do you relate the most or resonate the most, or
So really are type twins as in exactly our type?
I mean, I guess not really. Lah. Maybe like if they are double feminine or the play version of us, like. What about you, Jason? You have someone in mind, or?
Maybe Tim Minchin, he's a type twin.
Oh yes, I get you.
He's Australian, and I was reading one of his books, and I guess I just kind of resonated with like the way he thinks, and like culturally, Australia and the UK has some similarities, so I guess like I could kind of like relate to him the most. Um, yeah, there's one like British YouTuber guy, but I didn't really relate to him. Like he felt like kind of different to me. So yeah.
Is he like a comedian? Tim mentioned.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He does these like funny songs, and then he wrote Matilda the musical. It was like a really successful musical that he wrote.
Okay. Musical. I don't know. Me, I think I relate to like Denis Villeneuve. I think because he's
Yeah.
French like me. And I don't know Sacha Baron Cohen. I think also maybe.
Yeah.
I think he's like pretty mellow, serious, and he just explodes funniness. Let's say with his skits.
Yeah.
I think there's also like the Jackass guy. I mean, the Jackass nut is not the our type thing, but it's like the playlist version. And
Johnny Knoxville, right? Yeah. He's
yeah,
very cool.
yeah, and I think he also has that like he's pretty Mario serious, and it just exploded the Jackass guy. So I think I relate a little bit to that the bold feminine play explosion out of nowhere. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
What
bad
about again?
about like processing the celebrities. It's not like something I've dedicated a lot of energy towards, so I feel hesitant to say I relate to any person in the public sphere because I just am not confident in my like that I've processed them much. But I do. There are little things like in that OPS video dissecting Weird Al's type. Um, I related so much to his humor and like the seizing on the SI to make an example of it and correct people humorously. It's really relatable to me. I'm always like thinking about grammar and puns and making like situational comedy out of things that I randomly decide are worth pointing out that are phrased weirdly or designed weirdly. But as full individual people, I don't know enough about the type twins.
Okay. Yeah, when we're out goes in the store and there's like the tennis ball and like the sunscreen or and like food and like it's like it doesn't match like in the sensory, but just that is like funny like yeah. And what about you, Bass? You're the only one with Red Dead. Red Dead.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. As a kid, it was more red.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. No, similar to Nick, I don't feel confident to truly say I relate to anyone. I mean, I've seen clips where they did relatable things.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I haven't felt a true like soul connection to any of them. Where I was really like, wow, oh, I feel so similar. I didn't experience this.
Yeah.
No.
Even all of us, like we're the same age and like we're still very different. Like
yeah, honestly, if I would meet you guys in real life, I wouldn't guess you are my type.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't see it at all. No.
I guess what sticks out the most is the chill kind of vibe, like sleepy vibe. That's kind of what maybe one. Yeah.
We're just chill.
Yeah, I think you guys would be in my blind spot because you're not probably in a social context. You wouldn't be like introducing a challenging energy that I would be
Yeah,
figure out how to relate to.
yeah.
I do see that.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you, do you guys accidentally insult people sometimes?
Yeah.
Like personally, in my like my struggle is that I truly don't really believe in hierarchies, like on a fundamental level. I don't, and not in the political sense, but like I just notice like internally, it's just not. I don't register hierarchies. Like I don't really care about it for some reason. So yesterday, I was at a political conference of a political party, and I saw like a guy getting drinks for free with some kind of coins that he got, and he was like one of the leaders in our city. Like he was one of the, not the mayor, but like one of the sub mayors basically. So I approached him. And I made a joke. Like for me, this is a joke, right? Like, hey, so I see you got free coins. Can I also get some, or are they only for like you mayors? You know. And for me, it was like a joke, right? But I could see in his face he was a bit insulted by it. But for me, it was more of a playful thing. I didn't mean anything bad by it. But it was just like a, like a playful way of like making a joke about him getting a free drink and not me, But for him, it felt like an insult. So I noticed sometimes I'm a bit too quick with making these jokes. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys relate to that, or?
Yeah, I relate a lot to that. Yeah.
Wait, but why would he see that as an insult?
I don't know. Some people like the thing is, it could be anything, right? I mean, it could be the hierarchy. It could be that I approached him. I was too challenging in a way. Like I didn't respect his like high position in society.
Yeah.
This is something I've experienced sometimes where I really freely approach people sometimes, and I just talk to them informally. And some people want to be treated like they're high up. It could be something. It could be that he actually felt a bit ashamed about getting free drinks, and that I confronted him about it. And that maybe it could be anything. You never really know.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I know it's maybe sometimes I feel like maybe I should be a bit more careful with what I say. I don't know. These things just come out. I don't really think about it. But yeah.
I think interestingly, I don't think I relate to that. I totally see how it would happen, and I relate to the lack of respect for authority or hierarchy. But I think I am like pretty pre-conscious about that before I make jokes, and I think I'm generally kind of obsessively intentional about not not tripping that wire, not stepping on someone's toe in that way. But I wonder why that would be, like, between us, the difference.
Could just be culture as well, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't consciously insult people, of course, and I would say I'm a generally very I'm a sensitive person, and I'm generally pretty good at being empathetic.
Well, so I think it's great. Like what you're describing that you do, I would find that so entertaining, and I don't think it's wrong to do. I think it's like probably good for society.
Yeah.
But I think it intimidates me, that the idea of triggering that response from other people, so I avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's maybe it consume too much energy. Like when you insult people, like there's some backlash, let's say. So really reserving yourself. But I kind of relate that. Like me, it's more like if I'm play mode, sometimes I'm like I get too like energetic, and sometimes I just insult people. Like, but I don't mean to do it. But it's more like with my play is too much activated, and it goes more to the feminine side of play. So that kind of no ego or something like that. Yeah. And that can show off people maybe that the hierarchy is really important for them or something like that. Yeah. So
but it's also just very, very subjective. I mean,
yeah,
what you are insulted by is different of every person. So it's impossible to live a life and to never insult anyone. You're always going to insult someone. I mean, everyone is insultable in some way. So and you never know beforehand, right? So I think it's also okay to accept that sometimes you're gonna say something people don't like.
What about you, Jason? Insulting people.
I don't know. I don't really like to insult people because like the feminine DE or like I don't know. I don't want to like cause a scene. Maybe I've said like in the past like just stuff I shouldn't have like as jokes as like oh vibe a little bit weird. But yeah, I don't fully relate in that. I guess.
I wonder if this is a social type thing. Maybe it's related to us being twos, that we have a different energy about this.
Yeah, because you're saying like you don't really see the hierarchies. Like, I would feel weird to like as a certain
I mean,
hierarchy.
I can see them. I am
Yeah.
very aware of them. I mean, I work in politics, so I'm very aware of hierarchies, and I see them, and I see the influences and the powers and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just that when I'm truly in a comfortable mood in a social environment where the
Yeah.
hierarchies aren't strictly present, because I'm not at work, for example. Like at work, I'm very conscious of the hierarchies, but when
Yeah.
I'm in more of in a social free environment, like yesterday was more of a drinks kind of situation where the political party was having drinks like for fun at night. Then I'm less conscious of it. So for me, it's really context specific. Like when I'm at work and I'm talking to the mayor because I work for the government, then I'm really conscious of him being the mayor and like being polite and waiting for my turn, you know. But at
Yeah.
a party, that's a totally different story for me. So it's more that kind of thing.
Okay. But it
Yeah.
could be maybe like say you were maybe like a social four, for example. Like I think they're like less caring about the hierarchical stuff. Like they're probably more willing to make a joke in that
Yeah.
context, even outside of
Mhm.
work. Could be something like that, or like wait,
Yeah,
Matthew.
and just culture, I think. I mean, the Netherlands generally is already quite direct. Like
Yeah.
we're a very unhierarchical country. So like in every way, we're very flatly organized. So
Mm,
I think that also matters a lot.
Mm.
Like I studied in Germany for a while, and my professor called me Mister, and then my surname, which is really weird to me because Germans are just more formal, you know. So
Yeah.
it was really weird for me as a student, like a 20-year-old student, to be called like Mister. You know, like why are you calling me Mister? And in the Netherlands, you would just say you know, like hey, how's it going? And then I met an American professor, and I was really funny. Like I kept calling him like Dave because he was called Dave. I was like, hey Dave, how you doing? And like the moment I started calling him Sir, he started being nice to me. So I mean, for me as a Dutch person, it's also just like learning that other cultures are just different and a bit more hierarchical.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like yeah,
It could totally be cultural.
yeah.
Yeah. Cultural, I don't know. Yeah. I will. Yeah. Social
But
time,
also
maybe some
type,
maybe.
yeah, and just how
Social
you
type.
grow up, your values, family values, I guess.
Yeah, family
I mean,
values.
my family is very direct. Like we really care about who someone is as a person in my family, and we don't really give a shit about someone's title. That's just really like my family's culture. So we respect you based on what you've achieved and who you are, but not based on what rank you have. But that's just how the values I grew up with, you know. So that also matters, obviously.
yeah.
So, do you guys want to talk about social type, or we left that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. I just don't really understand it.
Yeah. Social type.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kind of harder to talk about, like.
Mm.
But I don't know. Jason, you're a social type too, also like Nick.
Yeah, me and they both twos.
Okay. And how do you see that in your life? I guess.
I just always got this drive that I need to be like doing stuff or like working or like doing projects and stuff. Not that a lot of the times I'm kind of not, or I'm just kind of dallying. But there's that constant like thing in my head telling me like, yo, I need to go, I need to make money, I need to work on business, all of this stuff like that. And in the past I was doing a little bit like making music and stuff, so I dabbed like making music, working on business, all the different stuff, and then I just had to kind of like cut off my other hobbies and just try and focus on business because it was all kind of distraction. And then the jack of all trades thing as well. Like I've kind of amassed a bunch of different skills over the years of just trying different stuff. Like could be OE as well, doing loads of different projects, but I've not really specialized as like I'm a specialist in this. I've just got all these different surface level ish things that I've kind of part my tool belt. Yeah, and I guess I think it helps me being because it's like social tours like play, like sleep last, and like in a social setting, I can be a lot more extroverted. Like sometimes I kind of have to like get through the sleep barrier, but once I'm through the sleep barrier, then I'm like it's like I'm
Yeah.
turned on. I get like extrovert mode quite a bit. And like, I can be quite extrovert depending on the settings. Not settings. Yeah.
Yeah, social type 2 kind of activated the play, let's say.
Yeah.
Connection. Social type 3, the sleep, apparently. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what about you, Nick? Social type 2?
Like, how do I see that play out?
Yeah, I guess make it very general because.
Yeah. I relate to what Jason said. I'm definitely a generalist. I have a million different jobs and skills, and I'm not specializing. I do see the secondary preference for friends.
Yeah.
I've always primarily made my decisions based on my passions, my varying passions. So like going out into the world to collect different things that I can be responsible for. And then wherever I end up, I am really preferencing building out the friend network and definitely doing that kind of naturally. The dream life is like a varied one, like having a lot of different jobs at once. So like I really liked homesteading because I was in charge of so many different sides of enabling that lifestyle. Like even just chores are fun for me because if I can design them to be done in a way that I aligns with my values, then I like being responsible for them.
Doing chores that align with your values.
Doing chores, yeah.
Okay. That align with your values. How do you do that?
How?
Yeah.
Well, just I really like washing dishes and
Like you
even
trying to like doing the repetitive stuff or like okay.
yeah, if it's something that someone else asks me to do and it's outside of my vision of designing my lifestyle or something, then it can feel really annoying. But if it's like within my
Okay.
design, then I'm really into it. Like for instance, washing dishes with an overhead spray nozzle.
Yeah.
Love how efficient that is, and it makes me feel really good at the task. And then I love to do it for other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Bass, do you like social types or you're like they are not real or?
I like the idea of them. I just don't know how to really see them
Yeah. It's
truly.
sort of.
Like it's still very vague for me. So
Do you have an idea what your social type might be, or like what kind of resonates?
I once did like a half-hour thing with Dave in the beginning of social types.
Yeah.
Like a really beginning, and he said he thought I was a 3.
Oh.
But I'm not sure. Like because he said this based on like a half-hour thing. So like honestly, I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Social type, it seems to be more in real life, like that you actually see the differences. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Like it feels more like an enneagram thing. I don't know if you guys know enneagram. Like
yeah.
I don't know. It feels more washy. The social type, like it's not
Yeah.
as clear cut as the types. Let's say like.
No, it's abstract.
Yeah,
and,
it's very much abstract and hard to
Yeah.
pin down.
You see it more like your work or like actors. There'll be like a social free actor. They'll just want to do their actor, be a really good actor, just what they do. And maybe you get social 2 or social 1 that's more generalist. They're an actor, but they're also trying to like do the different departments in the movie and like taking charge of that.
Yeah, but sorry, but this is so vague, Because at work, let's say I'm a 3, that doesn't really make sense to me because my work is by nature very broad, very wide, very responsible. Like I have so many different tasks, and it's my responsibility basically that everything goes well. So if I ever like enter into like the typical 3 behavior, and I'm sitting on my island, not feeling responsible for anything, then that wouldn't work at my job, right?
Yeah.
So, and also, how do you define like where does 3 responsibility end and where does like the 1 or 2 responsibility start?
Yeah.
Like where do you draw these lines? So for me, it's like I'm having very hard time, yeah, understanding it.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think me, it's more with the data that we kind of see the differences. Maybe it's like, okay, this kind of type twin, this kind of guy is like different than me in some kind of way, and social type, or maybe just a way to divide that. Like, okay, putting people into more categories, like even more. Like 5 toes is not enough. We have to have 2,000 differences.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't. It never ends. So it's like, okay, where do we stop categorizing people? But yeah, okay. So
Matthews, how do you see yourself being a 3? I don't think you said it.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do stuff for a long time, and I like doing the same stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, psychology and investing are just stuff that I like doing, and I did those for a long time. I guess I do generalize, but like it's not. I do find that on the spectrum of ENFPs, I don't really generalize that much. Let's say it's more.
So
I know it.
So what's generalizing in your eyes?
Yeah.
Like how does Jason generalize and how do you not generalize?
Yeah, true. It's like I think it's just over time I see that like I prefer working in the same areas, and like I don't know, I'm not the one that will do all kind of works. Like it's more incremental. Like I do one thing after another thing. Like it's not like I want to do everything at the same time, or turning every work into some kind of thing that leverage my social hierarchy, I would say. Like or kind of, yeah, it's more that kind of way that I see it. But like it's really hard to know, to be honest. Like I don't know like the life or Nick of and Jason, so I can not really leverage that information, let's say. um Knowing the differences in work, or yeah, so very general responses, I don't really know. But yes, so you guys have any question maybe? So we start to feel a little mopey, but I don't know. You guys have some question, or
do you guys feel like creative people? Because you have any first?
short answer?
Nice. Last thumbs up.
I guess doing art. I don't know if you guys did art. Yeah, I did a lot of arts when I was younger, but after I stopped for some reason. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying like I did a lot of arts, but then just stopped.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think my creativity comes out more in my thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm very analytical, and I just understand society very well. So my creativity is more directed at that point of life, not the typical artsy kind of lifestyle, but more trying to find ways to understand society or find solutions for problems in society. So it's more work related, I think.
Yeah.
More politics, or
Yeah. So I studied political science, and I
okay.
work for the government. So yeah, in my everyday life, I work as an advisor for the city council. So yeah, very dynamic, very people oriented, and very necessary to be creative in your solutions because people problems are complicated.
Yeah. Finding creative way to like solve the problems like
yeah.
in ET. Yeah, me too. I think it's more in the kind of work that I do that it's more creative. Let's say that.
Mhm.
Or I guess I'm just interested in creative stuff. Like I think it's more the interest in creativity that lead us to being more creative or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, art was definitely my favorite subject. Well, one of my favorite subjects in school, like graphic design.
Mm.
Graphic design.
Yeah. Like when I was, I wanted to be a graphic designer when I grew up, like when I was like in high school, but I never did that. But that was a fun subject for me. Just Photoshop and all that. That was like a big hobby, just Photoshop and stuff, like making graphics at home.
Yeah, for me it was history.
Yeah, history is nice. Yeah, geography, history.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question for you guys about this, which is whether you are musicians or make music, or whether you relate to the audio description. I'm asking because I am not. Like, I've never made music. I've never found that to be easy. Like, I've tried so many times to learn
Yeah.
different instruments, and I've always been a visual artist and really taken to that. So
No, I would have loved to become a good musician, but I for some reason, I mean I was okay at it, at guitar and piano, but I never had the discipline to continue it for more than like 1 or 2 years. So eventually I always quit, which I'm quite sad about. But I don't know why, it just didn't happen. I just didn't like it as a kid for some reason to continue it for a long time. So obviously I never became very good at it. So in this sense, no. But I do listen to music a lot, and I do dance. So in this sense, I mean I dance salsa, and I go to parties. So in this sense, I do have some musicality in my life, yeah, but not in the typical way. No.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of music. I played the guitar like when I was younger, but like I lost all my skills now, so I cannot play the guitar anymore.
So why do you have guitars behind you then?
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
What I'm waiting for. Yeah. I should.
I mean, I also have 2 guitars in my closet here that I don't use.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like I just like music and all that, but and I
Yeah.
like playing guitar when I was younger, but it just stopped. So, but yeah, music I think is a big part of my life. Like I just put music all the time.
Yeah.
And I like doing beats in my head and.
Yeah. Well, I'm constantly making noises the entire day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, me too.
Just doing rhythms and random noises. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, first I want to hear Jason's answer.
Yeah, we've got a question from our one viewer.
Funnily, I was thinking to get like a guitar like end of last year, but then I was just thinking I'm not gonna play it. It's gonna sit. But yeah, I've had a couple of phases where I've just been making beats. That was really fun. I don't know if I was really good at it. Maybe I'm underselling myself, but like I guess I never got to a point I was like publishing stuff or like finishing a project. Like, I get like a 4-bar loop or like 8-bar loop, and then I just like, oh, I don't feel like continuing this. I'll like redo another project. No 4-loop beat. I just keep starting new beats and then never actually finishing it. But yeah, that was really fun to like.
Yeah.
Like trying a lot of beats and merging them together. Like, have you done like editing of music or something like that?
I tried it a little bit, but it was more like just getting a digital instrument and then like playing in sound.
Okay, yeah, digital instrument.
Making little loops with them, adding drums and all that.
Yeah, I thought about doing it a little bit, like becoming a DJ or something, but like just for 1 week, just like a little consuming for 1 week, and after I'm like, okay, no, I will not do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. We do have like a fair few musicians in the Celeb Archive for us. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit the idea will come around.
We're born to be actors or musician or famous people.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a guy asked a question that is very interesting.
Yeah,
What
we
what
talked about it before.
yeah. Which OPS type of chicks do y'all think is the hottest? So we have a
So
D 512.
I think SF is obviously just generally attractive because they're SF,
Yeah.
so they're visually attractive. So purely from like looks, that's an attractive type. Generally, I would say.
Yeah,
But
universally. Yeah.
yeah, but if we have to talk about internally, like the actual personality of a person and not just their looks,
Yeah.
then in my own experience, and obviously it's not always the same type, but I generally for example my ex girlfriend, she fit me very well in the oppositional sense. So she was very blasty, she organized everything. She was very on point in life, very disciplined, knew how to get shit done, knew how to organize people, knew how to manage people. I mean, she felt like a superhero to me because she could do all the things that I not well I couldn't do, you know. And opposite, she thought like her one thing that she always told me is that like she likes the way I think, which to me sounds like, oh, I'm interested in your NE, you know. So I was really attracted to her like blast, and she was attracted to my NE. So this sense, I assume she was some kind of ENTJ, I
Oh yeah.
guess. Like she could just not help herself. It was really like from an OPS standpoint, really ironic and really funny. Like she could just not be responsible for shit. Like
Mhm.
she was like running 5 boards at the same time, and I asked her like, "Why are you doing this? Like, don't you see how I live my life?" I just chill in my room, and she was like, "Yeah, but someone has to do it. Someone has to do it." I was like, "Well, why does it have to be you always? You know?" But
Yeah.
she couldn't help herself, which is really funny. Yeah. So that's it for me, I guess. Yeah.
I relate to that, boss. What you're saying describes my current relationship with my girlfriend. Um, she is very like blastery and hyper responsible, and I do see it as like superpowers that I'm
Yeah.
attracted to. And constantly telling myself like I'm learning so much from just watching this person exist, which is a big part of the attraction. And then just energetically, there is something about the opposites attract, kind of clicking together because you're filling in the negative
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And then, about other types, I agree. Like SF, just visually the way they move in the world and appear, it can be super attractive, like on an organism level. Which I think I remember Dave describing SF as like the original functions because they're like the animalistic ones that organisms would unlock first before moving on to intuition and thinking. So it kind of makes sense to me that SF would be related to this animal presence. And then I noticed that other people who are extroverted intuitors, any DOMs, are attractive to me in the same way that like ice cream or a good movie or anything that satisfies my consume is like it's
Yeah.
kind of a sugar rush, but it's
Yeah.
not a
But also
sustain.
tiring, right? In the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I lived together with a guy who was, I think, some kind of NETI, very smart guy, or TINE, like very smart guy, and we had philosophical discussions until 5 a.m. at night. But it was so draining. Like I couldn't see him for 2 days, you know.
Yeah.
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 No, most of my friends are NE dominant, I would say, or NT people, or just people to just chill around, like ISFPs, like just ISFPs that chill. But yeah, I mean, relationship wise, I do think that consume last. No, blast play sleep. I think blast play sleep is really like the kind of animal order that I'm going for. It's like a lot of attraction there. And I would say INFJ, like me, last year, like two INFJ that I really like. But yeah. So what about you, Jason? The oddies and attraction.
I still have too new to ops to really see the patterns in like people, like women I've met. But like I don't know, I want to give every type girl a chance because maybe there's something to like with every type if there's the right kind of.
Yeah, some may surprise us. Like
Yeah.
Did you say that the person asking this question asked chick? Was that the word they used?
Yeah, types of chicks.
He said which ops type of chick do y'all think is the hottest? He's another ENFP, but he's us. But if we had play over sleep,
Okay.
Yeah, I
Where
think
from,
so.
huh? All girls can be pretty or hot, depending, no, but
Other than that, it's interesting if we talk about friends because
friends, yeah.
Jono, like two of his friends, well, I guess he's got a lot of friends in the community, I guess. But there's Otim, Manny, and what's his name? The heck, I had the name in my head, like I could see the name, but I couldn't read it.
Leon.
Assis. No, I haven't met Leon yet.
As this, okay.
I've met them both. I was just curious. I like hit up Otim just to Manny, just see if we'd have a friend vibe because like his friends were tight to him. And then now like me, him, and Manny, me, him, and Assis.
Oh, you met him in real life?
Nah, just like Discord, like just Discord. But we're all like really good friends. It's like kind of weird. Like it's just like the maths kind of like, yeah, it's like they're friends, you're tied to him, so like I'm friends with them too. So I wonder if like our real life friends or like people we know in our life, like we get on with them.
Yeah, we
I don't
keep
know.
in
We're
touch.
all different cultures, so I don't really know. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
How that works out.
Yeah, what are your types? Habitually, your friends are more in that. What kind of ballpark of types? Let's say.
I don't know about real life, but like Manny, he's a NITI, Sleep
Yeah.
June Play Blast audio, and then Assis. I think he's social 4 as well. Assis is a NETE, sorry NETI ENTP, double feminine strictly Play Blast. So kind of similar.
What is Aziz social type, by the way? I don't know.
He hasn't got one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, both cool people.
He's also the kind of guy that not believe in social type, maybe. No, I'm kidding.
He's got his own theory. He thinks there's like, he believes there's like a social type animal stack. So you could be like one and then like
Okay.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 1. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, interesting. Griff said, "Low true. For me, it's not really about ops type as a whole. Some parts create sparks and other parts create friendships. So I just take the chick as a whole for whatever part she has." Oh, very wholesome, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes maybe we need a mix between friendship and actually the attraction spark.
Yeah.
It's not, or it's too much spark attraction or too friendly. Like.
I've noticed that a lot of my male friends are NT.
Yeah.
And a lot of my female friends are feelers. So I don't know what that's about, but there is.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, me they tend to be FE dominance. My my friends.
Yeah.
That are girls.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Bast? Do you know the type of your friends, like our friends?
What their types are?
Yeah, like what types they might be, or Quadra, or any of that.
I don't really know. No.
Nah, that's fair enough. I'm the same.
Yeah. I've tried figuring it out, but it's hard to type them.
I would say, Nick, like the first time I saw your picture on the Kendrick interview, you really look like one of my RL friends. It was like kind of spooky. I was like, what the hell? You literally, that's him. That's his face. I don't know. Maybe he could be a ENFP. It's like a friend I've known since I was like 5 or something.
You have to send me a picture of this person. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. No, I can do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, me too. I think I know a C+ ENFP that somewhat look like Nick, like a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Nick has definitely the ENFP look. I find like.
It's because I let my hair grow out.
Yeah, your curly hair.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but how you guys deal with anxiety? Like Pedro Pascal, like touching girls? Or...
No,
no, leave that question out.
No.
Oh, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know what you're referencing.
Like Pedro Pascal when when he has anxiety, like Like
Oh,
he touch people around like
yeah, I
like
get that.
do you have that like masculine sensory like wanting to ground yourself or like double decide to kind of don't have this anxiety in the moment, let's say.
Not with other people.
Not with other people.
Oh, yeah.
More with stuff maybe. Like
Definitely that. I
okay,
do
okay.
and
fidget.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and vocally. So like I scream a lot and I say a lot of shit. Yeah, like I drive motorcycle and sometimes I'm just like screaming while driving motorcycle.
You drive a
Okay.
motorcycle?
Yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
Oh, nice shit. Yeah.
yeah. It's just my vehicle. Like I go to work with it every day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I drive for fun as well. Yeah.
There's not snow in the Netherlands at this time.
No, we had 1 week of snow 2 weeks ago, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But that's it. Now it's just dry again. So that's nice.
Wow.
Okay, so boss, I have a question then. Like I've noticed that in myself, I'm really clumsy. I'm just always learning through trial and error with physical things and rarely can rely on myself to like not trip or go the wrong way. And even when I'm driving, I'll like turn into the wrong lane a lot of the times and just kind of always seems like I'm on this randomness
Oh, funny.
generator.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you have that at all, and I'm thinking of it because motorcycle driving is so dangerous.
Yeah. No, I'd say I'm a very good driver actually. I've also done it a lot. I worked as a driver for work before. No, I really enjoy driving. So in the driving sense, I'm very safe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you feel very like free, like doing the motorcycle, like just you and this little thing you can like
Oh,
move?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Often actually nowadays it's just a normal thing. I don't really feel anything about it. I just drive to work. It's very routine, you know. But sometimes I get a feeling again where it feels special. But I feel very constricted as well because to truly feel that sense of freedom and flow, I need to be able to just let go and follow my feelings. But you can't do that as a driver because there's rules and laws. You know, like I can't drive 150. I mean, I can and I do it sometimes, but it's
Yeah,
not
you can.
allowed. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, and this is like another interesting discussion for me, like just that I now I'm going on a full any like side trail, but
Go for it.
like just rules and laws in society, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying actually, but I do really see their use, and I'm very for them, but at the same time I also feel conflicted sometimes where,
Yeah.
especially with like driving, like I do feel a strong tendency to break like traffic rules, you know, and not like stuff like driving through red light. I don't do that, but like driving fast, for example, on the roads,
Yeah.
like I have a very hard time not doing that, for example. Yeah,
Yeah, me too. I drive super fast all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here actually, but I just noticed that like my feeling of like feeling free and feeling in the flow and alive is at odds sometimes with like what society deems like safe and okay and morally good, you know. And this is where I struggle because then the conclusion is either I'm morally bad for driving too fast or society is too restrictive. I don't know, like sometimes I struggle with these like thoughts, like I just yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
Like
to
am I
know
am I yeah, you know.
the limits of society or yourself. Let's say.
Yeah, both. It's just a conflict sometimes, right? Like
Yeah.
where like what I like truly fundamentally feel like an expression of myself conflicts with like the rules we made in our society so everyone is safe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially with stuff like driving a motorcycle because I'm only endangering myself. So
Well, we could use the Dungeons and Dragons alignment chart to label you and say that you're neutral instead of morally good or bad.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah. That kind of yeah. Neutral, good. Neutral. You can be neutral. I think, or something like that.
You can,
Mhm.
yeah, because the other aspect is chaos. versus lawful.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between good and lawful, for example?
Well, you could be lawfully evil. You could have
Yeah.
follow rules
Yeah.
based on harming people.
So am I not more like chaotically good then, in a way?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
We'll put you in that box.
Yeah. Feel more comfortable there.
I think I'm more lawfully evil. I'm just a dictator.
Definitely get that vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
You want to be the emperor in Dune?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Do you see you guys? How do you see you guys be like a king or an emperor of a country? Like, have you ever thought about this? Like, what would that be to you?
I think about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like Quebec to be a country and like a Bitcoin reserve and putting like a nuclear central in the north. Like in the north we have a lot of space. So I want to put like nuclear reactor in the north, like it produce a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Bitcoin reserve and like we go back to Catholicism, to religion and all that.
If I was king, I'd definitely be the first king that like cares about the success of the people.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to like, all right, let's make life better for everyone, not just self-interest.
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding, but yeah, I think it's just good also to think about like the future of your country or something like that, the future of the world.
Yeah.
If I were made king, I would try my darndest to be demoted.
Demoted.
Yeah.
I would try to escape that position for sure.
Yeah. No, it's too much bullshit. Yeah.
But interesting, right? I mean, we always see these kings as evil people in a way because they're on top of an evil pyramid. But many of them didn't have a choice really because they were born into a family and they were the firstborn son, and then you're basically groomed and forced to become the king. So in a way, you're forced to become like this evil person on top of society. So I always wondered, like, what is it like to be that person? You know, like, what if you like Nick? Like, what if you don't want to do that, but you're basically just forced to do it?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what it's like, you know, because like nowadays, like for example, Donald Trump, he obviously wants to reach the top. Like he wants to be the boss, right? I mean, it's his choice. It's different from a king who was born as a prince and then just basically because of society's laws was forced to become a king. It's a different context. So
it's like Game of Thrones, and I think there's a show actually that the guy, like, he's supposed to be on the throne. Like I think it's House of the Dragon, and the guy like he doesn't want to be on the throne, but you still see the progress in the story. Like people like trying to usurp the throne, and him is more family oriented and all that, and he's trying like to calm the tension, but it's like it bubbles up,
right?
Yeah.
Viserys the peaceful.
Yeah, so I think there's example actually of that people that don't want the throne, but they have the throne. Yeah.
And another interesting thing I noticed working for the government, I mean, the visible people are always the ones in the public positions, right? So the mayor, the prime minister, the king, whatever. And also in history, we always describe like, oh, this person did this and this person did that, and this king like achieved this great achievement and rebuilt their country. But like what I noticed as a person working for these people is that like 99% of their work is done for them by other people in the background that we never write books about, you know. So like me for example. so I also wonder sometimes like what did they actually do themselves, you know. Like we say like Justinian the Great, blah, 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 but like, what did he actually do himself? Like, what like, we don't actually know. Like, maybe there were some really smart advisors in the background that basically did all the work for them, and they were just like a symbolic king, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, just a symbol, for the king, but a lot of people do the work.
Yeah.
behind
That
closed doors.
sounds like such a vulnerable position to hold in society, to be a symbol that is designed by the work of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really struggle to be in a position like that.
Yeah.
You just flex at the top, and all the people do the work for you. Like,
Yeah, and
But
maybe
it's in a way the reality of like our politicians, because they for example, a prime minister, they have to represent the entire country, right? So they're bound to have to do things and say things that they don't personally agree with or want to do. Like if you want to be a good prime minister or a leader of a country, you're no longer a person really, you know, like you are the country in a way. So for me, that's also one of the reasons why I wonder if I ever would want to be a person like that, because it's a very uncomfortable position as well to be in, because you lose yourself in a way. So
yeah, you lose your first self in the process.
yeah,
That yeah. I mean, a lot of my friends now, they talk about know their work and all, and they see that they do all the works, and like the boss doesn't do anything and all that. And they said that like all the system work like that. Like I think a guy like work at a bank. It's like, okay, it's me that do all the coding of the thing, and like if that falls apart, like the whole thing like falls apart. So it's like
mm-hmm.
a little bit like the little workers and specialists actually are the one holding society, like sustaining the organism, let's say.
Yeah.
So even if the king like orient the organism, let's say, or is the symbol like it's actually the people below that sustain the organism, the system, or
I mean, it's also their job to be the visionary representative organizer, so they do have an important job in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we end on this, or do you guys have other questions, or
There's a question in the chat. Well, not a question, but someone said, I feel like Nick and Matthias both have more feminine sensory than Jason and Bass. That's what the Enfp Griff said.
Oh yeah. We do more crazy and talking. Well,
why?
That's what he said.
Yeah, why?
Why?
He said because they do more crazy and talking.
We are less grounded.
No. I wouldn't have enough knowledge about masculine and feminine intuition really to say.
I know that Nick struggled knowing if you were F sensory or M sensory when I talked to you like 2 years ago, I think.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it definitely
I think so.
confuses me still, because I can easily point to things that I do in the sensory and say that they're masculine, like correcting people's grammar, or I think I'm very I can be sort of pushy in my humor and all of these things, but then I also argue about intuitive systems and ideas endlessly, and I'm not sure where, which of those is more masculine.
Yeah, like we fight with our saviors and we also fight with our masculine, so sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
He said Matthias says complex maps of religion and typology and all of that, and then Nick uses spot on analogies in every third sentence. And he said while you speaking, Nick, that you weren't even giving examples. Beef in you, man.
Is he dissing us? What?
Yeah.
Well, those were good examples, descriptions of us. But what about Jason and Boss? What do you see Boss doing? Ooh. Oh, omniscient commenter.
Omniscient. It's true that Jason seems more grounded. I don't know. It's like more grounded in the sensory, like his position. I don't know. I see Jason being a little bitch ass.
What's the third word? Maggot or no?
No, it's not ass. I don't know.
No, he's trolling.
Okay,
Nah, for real, Griff. Here's with that sensory or whatever.
So yeah, so do you guys have any questions, or we stop there, or?
Oh, I have an idea.
An
We
idea?
should talk about something like that we're hoping to grow in, something that we're working on. Because if we do
nice.
ever look back on this video, it'll be fun to see a younger version of ourselves saying that.
Oh,
True.
the pressure. Wow. Okay.
For me, it's it's very cliche. Loving myself. No, it's taking better care of myself in a systematic way. Like I get very distracted throughout life. Yeah, and just taking better care of myself in the SI way, I guess, mainly. Diets, sleep, all this standard shit. But also emotionally, I'm still very hard on myself. So I'm very like. So obviously your self-worth is directly related to how hard you are on yourself, right? Like if you're constantly negative on yourself, then your self-worth is going to go down. So that's like I think my main thing where I want to become nicer for myself so I don't negatively compare myself to other people as much. And that's I think the hardest struggle because it's really deeply ingrained, right? Like these thought patterns and values and beliefs. Yeah. So that's like my current year goal to work on that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Someone want to go or?
I guess me is just like really just level up myself, like my state of being. Like just become the next level of myself. I'm like taking care of all the. I'm saying generalized, like taking care of all the departments, but actually like doing it properly, like changing my life. Like I've got some sort of business or something bringing in income where like I'm not relying on a job. Like I'm just fully got my own income source. Going gym, I want to do eating right. Maybe more confident, like talking with confidence, just being more knowledgeable about the world and myself, and just and just like maybe just understanding ops like a lot more and just how I can help people with that or like see situations with other people, maybe how I can better adapt myself to the world using that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess we all want to better ourselves and and all that. But like I would say, like to really like be okay with ourselves. Like I really like what Bass said, like being okay with ourselves. Like like not being so hard on ourselves. Like I would actually just say that actually for me right now.
Do you guys just think it's like masculine FI that makes it hard for us not to be hard on ourselves? Or is it just me?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't, that's not where my mind went immediately in terms of growth, but
Yeah.
it's actually a huge thing that I struggle with, and it would be a great goal to have. But I don't know how to work on it because the inner monologue feels pretty automatic, and I can respond to it with some balanced stuff, but that desire to be more balanced, I guess, is there. So when I see myself doing unbalanced things or like failing or even just don't am critical of my physical appearance, it can be just like so automatic to have those negative talk and negative feelings. I don't know if there's some kind of like surgical process you're supposed to go through psychologically to disentangle your beliefs and then reorganize. But if it's just a matter of like responding nicely in your head, then I guess I can be working on that. But my answer is that I want to clean my room more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like each step of the process, like starting lower and after like we can level up maybe.
Yeah. Important to do.
But yeah, thanks you guys for this. It was fun.
Oh wait. So I got one more. I got a question.
Okay.
What is like the biggest thing you guys have learned in your life? Like biggest revelation?
Ooh.
I know that from you guys.
Yeah.
I need that. Pull it back to the moment.
If you send me your money, you'll be happy.
Oh.
Send me money.
No. Wow. I probably have an answer if I think about it for a while.
Okay, I'll say for me, like just the more like I give, I feel like I'm like benefiting other people's lives, like helping out people, or like it's like Tony Robbins, grow and give. Like the more I give, the more like purpose I feel like I have, the more alive I feel like, more alive I feel, and I feel like the more I'm able to give, like in those giving moments, people like I just feel like the most alive. That's my biggest kind of thing. That nothing really compares to like giving to people, helping to people, like doing good things for others. That'd be my big, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Mine, my quick response to that huge question is maybe that everything can be loved. So like all of these different pain points in my life, there is some way to reframe it that lets in all of the positive feelings and associations and turns it into something that can, grow in a positive direction.
Interesting.
That was really vague.
The wisdom of the universe. Like reframe things into something more positive for yourself.
I just mean like even if I'm really cold, I can there's a way to say like, okay, it's good that I'm cold, and then I can, if I have the strength or idea to reframe it in that moment, then I can really turn the situation around. And I feel that way towards people and systems and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
I think for me, not that I live by this idea every day, but it's really the feeling that you're responsible for your own life, and that you actually have agency over it. That's like a very cool idea for me. That sometimes I feel it really strongly that you're not stuck in who you are or where you are or what you're doing, but kind of in the Dune way, like in the book, like how much power one person can have if they choose to have it.
Yeah.
I thought that was really inspirational in the book in a way, actually. Like that was my takeaway, like that how you choose to react to whatever's happening right in front of you, that determines the outcome. You're not a slave to whatever you think you are.
Yeah, I guess
also, I mean, it's basically what the very famous book about the like Viktor Frankl.
Yeah.
He survived like the concentration camps, right? In a way, it's basically what he said, like, right, like that even in the camps, he was able to survive that by reframing it, by choosing to live life like his way, and thereby not succumbing to like the despair of that obviously very shitty situation.
Yeah.
I guess being like grounded in the present moment and really like owning that, like being okay with what happened, even if it's tragic or like bring a lot of suffering and all that, like like feeling the love of the universe, like very NF, but I guess like finding meaning even in the suffering, or So yeah, I think that's a good ending. So thanks you guys for coming.
Yeah, it was nice.
Thanks for organizing.
Yeah.
So we all are blast, but we all blast for an hour and 2 hours almost.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's amazing of us. So
Mhm.
yeah, so we'll see you guys next time, and thanks for coming. So
Yeah, it's cool to meet you guys fully and like speak to you guys.
yeah,
Yeah, you too.
it was the first time for me and Bass, I think.
Yeah.
I met Jason and Nick one time.
Oh, you met it? Yeah, same first time with me and Bass. That's cool.
Yeah. So that was nice knowing Bass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess blast ciao.
Yeah.
No, guys.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ciao, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.